crackling through the night. Old vinyl spinning slowly in a pale yellow light. Every note feels familiar, like a friend I used to know. Echoes of classic country from a long time ago. Front porch chair still waiting for the stories we once told, laughing about forever, back when hearts were young and bold. The years keep moving forward, but these songs refuse to leave. They're stitched into the silence of everything I believe. These echoes of classic country still ring inside my soul. Through the miles and memories, they never let me go. From the sound of steel strings crying to a voice that's rough and true, I still hear my past calling in the echoes of classic country too. There's a man in every lyric with a story worn and real. Love that broke him wide open, pain he never learned to heal. Those songs don't hide the truth, they just lay it bare, like a prayer whispered softly in the smoky air. I've chased modern highways and neon city lights, but nothing ever moved me like those old Saturday nights, when the music felt like family and the truth was always clear. Every song was a promise that someone still cared. These echoes of classic country still ring inside my soul. Through the miles and memories, they never let me go. From the sound of steel strings crying to a voice that's rough and true, I still hear my past calling in the echoes of classic country too. If the world gets too loud and the nights feel long and cold, I'll turn the dial back slowly to the songs that never get old. Let them play me home again like they always do, 'cause those echoes of classic country still know me through and through. Yeah, these echoes of classic country aren't just music in my head. They're the love I once believed in and the tears I never said. When my voice is gone to silence and my story's finally told, let my heart keep on singing with the echoes of classic country. Oh, yeah, the echoes of classic country still echo on and on, long after the record's done.
Alarm clock before the sunrise, coffee strong, boots still wet. Another day on borrowed strength, another promise to forget. The world don't hand out mercy, it just takes what it can take. I learned that lesson early with every ache. I watched my daddy bend his back for $1 and a dream. Said, son, don't wait on luck, ain't nothing what it seems. So I clocked in every morning, rain, dust, heat, or cold. Yeah, I work my hands to the bone just to keep my soul. I work my hands to the bone for a life that won't slow down. Paid my dues in sweat and silence, kept my feet on solid ground. I didn't ask for easy answers or a throne, I just wanted something honest. So I work my hands to the bone. Every scar tells a story that I never wrote down. Every callus is a memory of staying, not backing out. I've been passed by faster dreams and men with cleaner shoes, but I sleep good at night knowing what I choose. There were nights I missed my children, missed the way my home felt warm, missed the chance to say I'm tired while the world kept pushing on. But I showed up when it mattered, did the best I've always known. Yeah, I traded time for honor, working hands to bone. I work my hands to the bone when quitting crossed my mind, held the line when hope felt thin and strength was hard to find. I don't shine like polished silver or gold stone, but there's pride in every wrinkle from working hands to bone. If I leave this world tomorrow, I won't leave it owing lies. I paid my way with effort, not excuses or alibis. Let the rich keep their comfort, let the lucky roll the dice. I'll take a tired kind of peace, earn the hard way twice. I work my hands to the bone, and I do it all again for the right to stand up straight and call myself a man. I don't need a bigger story carved in stone. Just remember I stood my ground and worked my hands to the bone. They're mine.
There's a melody in the air tonight from an old AM radio, cracking through the static like it did so long ago. Mama danced in the kitchen, Daddy tapped his boots in time. Those country songs from the golden years still sound just fine. Black and white photographs hanging on the wall. Every smile tells a story, every tear recalls it all. We didn't have much money, but the music filled the room. Those songs taught us how to love and how to make it through. These country songs from the golden years still shine like morning sun. Through the hard times and the heartache, they were always there when none. From the laughter to the lonely, from the truth to all the tears, I found my life in every line of country song from the golden years. Saturday night jukebox, neon glowing red, cheap beer and honest feelings of the things we never said. A steel guitar crying softly like it knew us by our names. Every song felt like a promise that love would never change. Now the world is moving faster and the sound is different somehow, but when those old records start spinning, I'm right back there right now, in a place where words meant something and the truth was always clear. Living life between the verses of those golden year songs I hear. These country songs from the golden years still shine like morning sun. Through the hard times and the heartache, they were always there when none. From the laughter to the lonely, from the truth to all the tears, I found my life in every line of country songs from the golden years. If I ever lose direction and forget who I used to be, I'll play those old familiar songs and let them rescue me. 'Cause they never lied or pretended, they just sang what we all feel. In a world that keeps on changing, they're the only thing still real. Yeah, these country songs from the golden years ain't just music on the shelf. They're the voice of every broken heart and the best part of myself. When the night feels heavy and tomorrow's unclear, I'll lean on the truth and the comfort of country songs from the golden years. Let the needle fall one more time, let the memories reappear. I'll be singing along forever with those golden year country songs. City streets are breathing under tired color signs. Every face is passing with a story in their eyes. I blend into the shadows when no one knows my name. Neon lights don't judge me, they just burn the same. I've been wearing my mistakes like a coat I couldn't shed. Every I'll be fine tomorrow still living in my head. I don't need forgiveness from strangers passing by. I just need a moment where I don't have to lie. Neon lights don't judge me, they don't ask where I've been. They don't care about my failures or the shape that I'm in. Under red and blue reflections, I finally feel free. Neon lights don't judge me, they just let me be. wrong kind of promises, stayed when I should have gone. I chased applause in empty rooms long after the thrill was gone. But here beneath the buzzing signs, I dropped my worn disguise. For the first time in a long while, I can look myself in the eyes. But now I don't need explanations, it listens without reply. Every scar looks a little softer in this borrowed light. I don't know where I'm heading or what tomorrow brings, but right now I'm breathing honest between the flickering things. Neon lights don't judge me, they don't weigh my mistakes, they don't count the times I fail or the wrong turns that I made. In this glow of quiet mercy, I'm learning how to see. Neon lights don't judge me, they just let me be. Maybe daylight will ask questions that I'm not ready to face, but tonight I'll stand forgiven by this ordinary grace. Sometimes healing isn't holy, sometimes it's just relief, finding peace in simple moments where no one judges me. Neon lights don't judge me when the world feels heavy and cold. They remind me I'm still human, not just stories I've been told. If I ever find my heaven, it won't be perfect or clean. It'll look a lot like midnight with neon watching me. Yeah, the night keeps humming softly, and I finally feel seen. Neon flickers like it's tired, same old song on the jukebox plays. Bartender wipes the counter like he's done 1,000 days. Every stool's got a story, every glass knows my name. This place don't ask questions, it just listens to the pain. I said I'd quit this kind of living, said tonight would be the last. But promises sound different when you're drinking to the past. There's laughter in the corner from people I don't know. Funny how you feel the loneliest in a room that's full of souls. It's the last call at the broken bar. Lights are low, but the truth's too bright. I keep chasing ghosts and whiskey, trying to make it through the night. I don't drink to forget you, I drink to understand who we are. Yeah, I'm learning hard lessons at the last call at the broken bar. There's a mirror behind the bottles, shows a man I barely trust. He's got hope in his right hand and regret collecting dust. I've loved wrong, stayed too long, said words I can't take back. Every choice I ever made is sitting in this glass. The jukebox plays a slow goodbye, still
should have drove. If I stumble out at closing time with my pride torn and scarred, at least I told the truth tonight at the broken bar. It's a last call at the broken bar when excuses all run dry. I stop lying to myself when I look regret in the eye. I don't blame the night or whiskey for the man I am so far. I just finally listened at the last call at the broken bar. Maybe tomorrow I'll be stronger, maybe I'll finally change, but tonight I sit with honesty and let it call my name. You can't outrun your shadow or drown it in a jar. Sometimes healing starts in silence at a broken bar. It was the last call at the broken bar, but not the end of the road. I left a little lighter than the weight I used to hold. If I ever find forgiveness, it won't come from how far. It'll start with who I was at the last call at the broken bar. Neon fades, door swings slow, I step into the dark, but I'm not empty anymore.
There's a wind on the prairie calling names I can't forget, through the dust and the silence of the towns the world regret. Old saloons stand empty with their stories on the floor, every wall still listening to the men who came before. Boot heels on wooden sidewalks echo ghosts from long ago. Outlaws, lovers, broken dreams buried deep beneath the snow. The moon hangs low and lonely, like it's got something to say. Whispers of the old West still ride the night away. Hear the whispers of the old West in the cold and open air. Every prayer and promise still drifting everywhere. From the fires that burned at sundown to the stars that never rest, I still hear the voices in the whispers of the old West. There's a harmonica crying from a window painted red. A cowboy sings to memories of the life he nearly had. Love was hard as iron, faith was dust and bone, but every man kept walking till the trail felt like home. I've been riding through the ages, chasing truth and rusty signs. Every road feels borrowed from another place in time. I lay my hat in silence, let the night confess all the sins and stories If these plains could talk back, they'd sing slow and low of blood, of love, of freedom, and the costs we never know. So I listen in the darkness with my back against the wall to the ghosts of broken heroes who still answer when I call. Yeah, the whispers of the old West ain't just legends carved in stone. They're the tears and dreams of men who died alone. When my trail runs empty and my fire fades to rest, bury me with the stories of the whispers of the old West. Let the wind keep talking, let the silence confess, I'll be riding forever with the whispers of the old West.
I used to know the man in the mirror, knew his reason, knew his name. Now his eyes don't recognize me, like we never played the same game. Every town feels unfamiliar, every mile feels borrowed time. I keep chasing faded answers on a road that used to be mine. I built my life on shaky promises, said I'm fine when I wasn't strong. I wore my pride like it was armor, but it just made the nights more long. There's a map I never followed, with directions I ignored. Now I'm lost in all the silence I was begging for before. I'm a stranger on my own road, with a past I can't outrun. Every step feels like a question, every answer comes undone. I don't know who I became, or where the truth has gone. Yeah, I'm walking through my life like a stranger on my own road. I've shaken hands with every shadow that I swore I'd leave behind. I made peace with all my failures, but they never left my mind. Love came knocking more than once, I just didn't let her in. I was too busy running circles, trying not to feel again. The lines on my face tell stories I never learned how to tell, of quiet wars and restless nights and a heart I never sold well. If I could talk to younger me, I'd say slow down, let it go, 'cause you don't find yourself by running from the truth you already know. I'm a stranger on my own road, with my name on every sign, but none of them feel like they're leading to a place that feels like mine. I keep asking every mile where the hell I went wrong. Yeah, I'm living with the echoes of a stranger on my own road. If I stop here in the daylight and face the man I've been, just the shape of my sins. Maybe home ain't where I started, or the dreams I overplayed. Maybe it's the moment I stopped being afraid. I was a stranger on my own road, but I'm learning how to stay, to listen when my heart speaks instead of looking away. If this road keeps twisting on me, I won't walk it cold and alone, 'cause I'm finally meeting the man on my own road. Yeah, I'm still walking, but I'm not alone. Not anymore. The sky was barely waking when I heard the screen door close. Coffee still on the table, your jacket by the stove. You didn't say a word, just left a note with my name. Said, "I'm sorry, this is goodbye." Then the whistle came. Your boots were by the doorway, like you planned to come back home. But the bed felt twice as empty when I woke up alone. I stood there in the silence with your letter in my hand, trying to understand the meaning of a love I couldn't stand. She left with the morning train before the sun could rise, took all the words we never said and all the unanswered whys. I watched her disappear like smoke into the rain. Yeah, my heart broke quietly when she left with the morning train. We said love would last forever, said we'd face it side by side. But somewhere in the waiting, she learned how to hide. I thought staying meant commitment, thought leaving meant defeat. But I guess she found her freedom in the sound of those steel wheels. There's a town down by the station where the nights still call her name. Every train that passes through feels a little bit the same. I still turn when I hear footsteps, still look up when trains complain. Funny how the heart remembers every kind of pain. She left with the morning train, no tears, no last embrace, just a quiet kind of ending time couldn't erase. I stayed standing on the platform, watching hope drift down the lane. Yeah, my world slowed to a whisper when she left with the morning train. Maybe love ain't always breaking, sometimes it just lets go. Sometimes leaving is the only way a heart can finally grow. I don't curse her for the leaving or the choice she had to make. I just wish she'd left a reason instead of this ache. She left with the morning train, but I stayed and learned the truth that you can't beg someone to stay when their heart's already moved. Now every sunrise finds me stronger, though the memory still remains. I learned how to let go slowly, like she left with the morning train. Yeah, the tracks still run behind this town, but I don't chase them anymore.